Assalamu alaikum sir, my name is Malaika Zaid and I study in class 8 at Thal Public School and the College 22 and B Khushab. Could you please explain factors and multiple in a simple and easy way? Thank you for your help sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Malaika. Your question is very straightforward, simple, but very interesting at the same time. You want to understand factors in mathematics. Let's start with the division first. Then you will be able to understand the factors. If we divide 6 by 2, this is the method how you divide. 6 is divided by 2. 2 threes are 6. So subtract this 6 from 6, you get 0. Now what is this 2? This 2 is divisor. It is dividing this number 6 and 6 is being divided. 6 divide ho raha hai. 6 is being divided. And what is this 3? Answer. This is called quotient. So this is divisor or divider. जो डिवाइड करे उसको डिवाइजर भी कहते हैं, डिवाइडर भी कहते हैं. और जो डिवाइड हो जाए 6 वो डिविडेंड. 6 is dividend and the answer is called quotient and this is remainder. So in this sum, in this question, 6 is dividend, 2 is divisor, 3 is quotient and 0 is remainder. So you should know this and I am sure that you already know it. Now let us divide 7 by 2. Here we divided 6 by 2 and the remainder was 0. Now let's divide 7 by 2. So 2 threes are 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Here 7 is dividend and 2 is divisor, 3 is quotient and 1 is remainder. Now, in this case, remainder was 0. In this case, 1 is remainder. Now, when a number is divided by another number and remainder is 0, then the divisor is a factor of that number. Now this 2 is factor of 6 because 2 divides the 6 exactly, equally, evenly, perfectly, leaving the remainder 0. When a number is divided equally or evenly or exactly or perfectly, leaving the remainder 0, the divisor is called the factor. And the answer quotient is also a factor. Why? Now divide this 6 by 3. If you put 3 here, if 3 becomes divisor, you will get 2 here, quotient. So 3 2s are 6. So 3 also divides this 6 equally, exactly, and perfectly. Remainder is 0 in this case also. So the divisor and quotient both are factors of 6. 2 is also factor of 6 and 3 is also factor of 6. Now come here. Here remainder is 1. When you divide a number with another number and you get a remainder, the remainder is not 0. That number which divides this number is not a factor of this number. 2 is not factor of this number. And this quotient 3 is also not a factor of this number. When you have a remainder, you cannot have the factors of the original number. This is 2. 2 is not factor here and 3 is also not factor here. Now, Malaika, imagine that you have 6 toffees in your pocket and you go to school and you want to share those 6 toffees with some of your friends, with some of your class fellows in your class, in how many ways can you share them? Number one, you have to share these toffees in the way that everyone gets equal number. Everyone gets equal number. No injustice is allowed here. Everyone should be given equal number. In how many ways can you share these toffees with your friends in the classroom? 6 toffees. You take out from your pocket 6 toffees. One way is that you give 1 toffee each to 6 class fellows. So you can give those toffees to 6 class fellows, 1 toffee each class fellow. The other way is that you can give all 6 toffees to only 1 class fellow who is your best friend. That is also allowed, because you have not done injustice with anybody, because there are 30 students. You cannot divide these 6 toffees equally, leaving remainder 0. I mean, you cannot retain a toffee. You have to divide all the toffees. So you can give 1 toffee each to 6 class fellows, or you can give all 6 toffees to 1 class fellow. These are the 2 ways. And the third way is that you can give 2 toffees each to 3 class fellows. 2 threes are 6. You can divide 6 toffees like this. You can give 2 toffees to 3 class fellows. This is the third way. The fourth way is that you can give 3 toffees to 2 class fellows. Right? So these are different ways in which you can give toffees to share toffees with your class fellows. Now you can understand the factor. Factor is the factor of a number is a number which divides it exactly, leaving the remainder 0. A factor of a number is a number which divides the original number exactly, leaving the remainder 0. So that is factor. Now let's see some examples. For example, you want to make the factors of 12. How many factors 12 has? Divide 12, divide it with 1 first. You will get 12. Remainder is 0. Then divide 12 with 2. You will get 6. Remainder is 0. Divide 12 with 3. You will get 4. 3 fours are 12. Remainder is 0. Now divide 12 by 4. You will get 3. Remainder is 0. Now divide 12 with 5. Tell me, can you divide it equally? No. So 5 is not a factor of 12, because 5 does not divide 12 exactly. When you divide 12 by 5, you get remainder 2. 5 twos are 10 and 2 is remainder. And then divide 12 by 6. Answer is 2. Exactly. So 6 is factor. Now divide 12 with 7. Is 7 a factor of 12? No, it does not divide it exactly, because you will get remainder. Now divide it with 8. You cannot divide it with 8 exactly. You will get remainder 4. Divide it with 9. No, you will get remainder 3. Divide it with 10. No, you will get remainder 2. Divide it with 11. No, you will get remainder 1. Divide it with 12. 12 divided by 12 is equal to 1. Yes, 12 is a factor of 12. So, how many factors have you found out? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, let me write down these 6 factors of 12. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 factors. So 12 has how many factors? 6 factors. Meaning thereby, these 6 numbers divide this number 12 exactly, leaving the remainder 0. There is no remainder. Remainder is 0. So these are called factors of 12. Now, how can you find the factors of a number? There are 3 different ways. One is clean division, which we have just done. That is called clean division. You divide 12 with 1, then you divide it with 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. You will see the 5 is not factor. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is clean division method. So you can find the factors by dividing. Like, for example, if you divide 12 with 2, what is the answer? Answer is 6. So quotient is 6. Now, this 2 is divisor. This 6 is quotient. If we multiply these two numbers, we will get 12. 6 2s are 12. It means that 2 and 6 both are factors of 12. Because if you divide 12 by 6, you will get 2. So it means this 6, when 6 becomes divisor, it divides 12 exactly, equally, perfectly, leaving remainder 0, and you get the quotient 2. So 2 is already a factor you have seen here. So when a number divides another number exactly, the number which divides, divisor and the quotient, both are factors of this original number. You must remember it. So this is clean division method. The other method is multiplication method. Multiplication method. Now, what is multiplication method? We are finding factors of 12. The first was clean division method, now is multiplication method. Okay. If you multiply 1 with 12, you will get 12. So 1 and 12 both are factors. And if you multiply 2 with 6, you will get 12. So these 2 and 6 both are factors of 12. If you multiply 3 with 4, you will get 12. So 3 and 4 are also factors of 12. And if you multiply it by, if you multiply 4 by 3, you will get 12. Right? Now next number is 5. With what number will you multiply 5 to get 12? Tell me. No whole number. So 5 is not factor. Because you cannot put here any number to get 12. Any whole number to get 12. So 5 is not a factor. Then is 6. 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 12. So 6 is factor. 7 multiplied by what number? You get 12. No, you don't get any, you don't have any number which when multiplied by 7 gives you 12. No. So 7 is not a factor. 8. No. You don't have any number to be multiplied by 8 to get 12. 9. No number. 10. No number. 11. No number. 12. Yes. 12 multiplied by 1 is equal to 12. So these two are factors of 12. 11 is not a factor. 10 is not a factor. 9 is not a factor. 8 is not a factor. 7 is not a factor. 5 is not a factor of 12. These numbers are not factors. The others are factors of 12. So this is the multiplication method. Now there's another method which is called goes into method. Goes into method. Let's understand what is goes into method. Goes into. We are finding factors of 12. Let me try this marker. What is the name of the method? Goes into. Goes into. This is the name of the method. Now, 1 goes into 12. How many times? 12 times. 2 goes into 12. How many times? 6 times. This is not multiplication, by the way. Let me not confuse you. This is a simple table. 1 goes into 12. How many times? 12 times. 2 goes into 12. How many times? 6 times. 3 goes into 12. How many times? 4 times. 4 goes into 12. How many times? 3 times. 5 goes into 12. No, it does not go into 12. 5 does not go into 6 goes into 12. Yes, 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 twos are 12. I mean, this is a simple table. 7 goes into 12. No, it does not go into 12. 7 twos are 14, not 12. 8 twos are 16, not 12. 9 twos are 18, not 12. 10 twos are 20, not 12. 11 twos are 22, not 12. Yes, 12 ones are 12. So 12 is a factor. So this is goes into method. You have learned 3 methods of finding out the factors of a number. Now, let me save your time and give you a trick. When calculating the factors, you should not divide the number with every number to find out the factors. I will give you a few rules and tricks which will help you find out the factors in just a minute. For example, you want to find out the factors of 24. Factors of 24. Now, you find it with multiplication method. Okay. So you start it with first number 1. 1 multiplied by 24 is equal to 24. It means if you divide 24 by 1, you will get 24. And if you divide 24 by 24, you will get 1. So these both are factors of 24. Now, what is the next number? 2. With what number will you multiply 2 to get 24? 12. 2 12s are 24. So 2 and 12 both are factors. Now, what is the next number? 3. 3. 3 8s are 24. What is the next number? 4. 4 6 are 24. What is the next number? 5. No, because there is no number which is when multiplied with 5 you get 24. No number. So 5 is not a factor here. Let's go ahead. 6 multiplied by 4 is equal to 24. Now stop here for a moment and think. 6 multiplied by 4. You already have found this factor pair. 4 multiplied by 6. 4 multiplied by 6. And 6 multiplied by 4 is one and the same thing. So you do not need this. You already have this pair here. This is called factor pair. You already have this factor pair. So you stop here. Stop. Do not include this. Stop here. You have got all the factors. Every factor of 24 is there. Now listen very carefully. When you reach a factor pair, where the second number is smaller than the first number, stop there. Look, here the second number is larger than the first number. Second number is larger. Second number is larger. Second number is larger. But here the second number is smaller. When you reach this factor pair where second number is smaller, stop there. You have already found all the factors. Finish. So this is a very easy to understand rule that when you reach a factor pair, if the second number is smaller than the first one, stop there and do not include this. And if the second number is equal, to the first number, include this pair, but one of the pair. If the first number is 4 and the second number is also 4, so you will include only 1 4, not 2 4s. When the second number is equal to the first number, you will include this one of the numbers of this pair, 1 4. But if the second number is smaller, you will not include this pair. This pair is already there. Okay? So now, how many factors of 24 have you found? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. Come downward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go upward. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. These are the factors. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 factors of 24. Now let's take another example to understand when both these numbers are equal, then how to include the factor. For example, you want to make the factors of 16. Okay? Now, what is the first number? 1. Multiply it with 16, you get 16. So 1 and 16, both are factors of 16. Then, what is the next number? 2. Multiply it with 8, you will get 16. So 2 and 8 both are factors of 16. What is the next number? 3. Multiply it with what you will multiply to get 16? No number. So 3 is not factor of 16. No. Okay? 3 is not factor of 16. Now, what is the next number? 4. Multiplied by 4 is 16. Stop here. I told you this rule. When the second number becomes smaller or equal to the first number, you have to stop there. Now stop here. But in this case, you have to pick only one 4, not two 4s. Just this one or this one. Now count the factors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go upward. 3 is not factor. 1, 2, 4. One of these two. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. These are the factors, 5 factors. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. These are 5 factors. So this is the rule. You don't have to go on up to 15. You do not have to go on dividing. I mean, after 4, you don't need to divide by 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, because you already have 8. 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, 14, 15. No. Because I have told you this rule. If the factor pair, when you reach a factor pair, when the second number is either smaller than the first number or the second number is equal to the first number, stop there. Stop here. Stop. But in this case, you will include 4. 1, 4. And of course, the rest ones. Okay? So I think you must have understood this concept also. Now, let's go ahead. Okay. Where do you get this factor pair where both numbers are same? 4 and 4. 4 into 4. 3 into 3. 2 into 2. 1 into 1. 5 into 5. 6 into 6. 7 into 7. 8 into 8. I mean, such kind of factor pair. In what kind of numbers do you get? In perfect squares. When you take the square root, you will get the whole number. You don't get fraction or decimal. Like, if you take the square root of 1, the answer is 1. If you get the square root of 4, the answer is 2. Square root of 4. What is the answer? This is square root of 4. Answer is 2. Then square root of 9. Answer is 3. 3 threes are 9. Then square root of 16. Answer is 4. Then square root of 25. Answer is 5. Square root of 36. Answer is 6. Square root of 49. Answer is 7. Square root of 64. Answer is 8. When you have the perfect square root, these numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, these are perfect squares. When you have perfect squares, the last factor pair will have two same numbers. The first and the second number will be same. Either 4 into 4 or 5 into 5 or 6 into 6 or 7 into 7, and you will have to choose one out of those two. Okay? Now, from here, you will understand another thing. That is, when you have perfect square, the factors, the number of factors is always odd. It is not even. Otherwise, the number of factors of every number are even. except the perfect squares. Now, see, for example, you take any number, 4. The factors of 4, what are the factors of 4? 1 into 4 is equal to 4. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. And then 4 into 1 is equal to 4. But you have to stop here. You don't have to. 4 into 1 is already there. So you don't have to include it. Stop. So what are the factors? This is a pair where both numbers are same, first and the second one. So you have to choose one. So how many factors? 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. And how many factors are they? Are these? 1, 2, 3. 3 factors. And 3 is an odd number. So you have got odd number of factors. Now see 16. 16. 16. How many factors? 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. These are the factors which we calculated before this. Now, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is an odd number. So when you calculate or find out the factors of a perfect square, the number of these factors is always odd, not even. Otherwise, you get even number of factors in all other numbers except the perfect square. Like you can, if you count the factors of 12, we just calculated 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. These are the factors. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 factors. 6 is an even number because 12 is not a perfect square. So the number which is not a perfect square will have even number of factors. And the number which is a perfect square, 4 or 16 or 25 or 36, they will have odd number of factors. They will have odd number of factors. So you should remember this fact and this rule also. Now let me tell you a few other things about the factors. What are those? Yes. There are certain golden rules about the factors. Number 1, 1 is always a factor of every number. 1 is always a factor of every number. 1 is factor of 1. 1 is factor of 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is factor of every number. Rule number 2, every number is a factor of itself. 12 is a factor of 12. 24 is a factor of 24. 16 is a factor of 16 because the number itself can divide itself. So when 16 is divided by 16, the answer is 1 without leaving any remainder. So 16 is a factor of 16. So number itself is a factor. Then the smallest factor of every number, the smallest factor of every number is 1. And number 4, the largest factor of every number is the number itself. The largest factor of every number is the number itself. And then number 5, factors are always less than or equal to the number. Factors are always less than or equal to the number. The factors of 12 are 1. 1 is smaller than 12. 2 is smaller than 12. 3 smaller than 12. 4 smaller than 12. 6 is also factor of 12. 6 is smaller than 12. And 12 is also factor of 12. 12 is equal to 12. So factors are always smaller or equal to the original number. Okay? And number 6, every number has a finite, limited number of factors. I mean, 12 has only 6 factors. This is a limited number, not unlimited number. Now, 4 has only 3 factors. 16 has 5 factors, right? 24 has 8 factors. So, every number has a finite or a limited number of factors. Number 7, every number is sandwiched between 1 and itself as its smallest and largest factors. 1 is the smallest and the number itself is the largest. The other factors are sandwiched between 1 and the number itself. Clear? And the next point is, now you understand this. If A is a factor of B and B is a factor of C, then A is a factor of C. If A is a factor of B and B is a factor of C, then A is a factor of C. Now understand how. 2 is a factor of 4. 2 is a factor of 4. You know, 2 2s are 4. So 2 is a factor of 4. And you know that 4 is a factor of 12. You know, 4 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 4 and 4 is a factor of 12. Therefore, 2 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 12. This is also a rule. 2 is a factor of 12. When 2 is a factor of 4 and 4 is a factor of 12, it means 2 is a factor of 12 also. So must remember this rule. Let's go ahead. Yes. Then is next rule or the point where you must remember is that prime numbers have only 2 factors. 1 and the number itself that you know. They have exactly 2 factors. Not less than 2, not more than 2. Exactly 2 factors. What are those 2 factors? 1 and the number itself. Like 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number. So how many factors does 2 have? 2 factors, 1 and the 2 itself. How many factors does 3 have? 1 and 3 itself. How many factors does 5 have? 1 and 5 itself. How many factors does 7 have? 1 and 7 itself. So prime numbers have only 2 factors. And then you must remember 2 is a factor of every even number. Very important. 2 is a factor of every even number. Whether it is 2 or 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, whatever the number is, if it is even, 2 will definitely be its factor. Then, next point, a composite number has more than 2 factors. You know it. A composite number has more than 2 factors. Like 4 is a composite number, it has 3 factors. 6 is a composite number, it has 4 factors, 12, composite. 8, composite, more than 2 factors. They have more than 2 factors. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors. Then is, I have already explained it, but let me explain it in a different way. The next point which you must remember, that is the square root shortcut. If you have a perfect number, for example, you have 36, you don't waste your time in finding out the factors. Find out the square root of 36. What is the square root of 36? 6. So you don't have to go beyond 6. Divide 36 with the numbers which are smaller than 6. So divide 36 by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, but with 5 it is not divided, and 6 you have already got. That's enough. You have got all the factors. Okay? 36. Okay? Now, 36. What is the square root of 36? That is 6. 6 into 6. Square root of 36 is 6. Now, you find out the factors below 6. That is 1 into 36 is 36. 2 into 18 is 36. 3 into 12 is 36. 4 into 9 is 36. And 5 into nothing, 5 is not a factor of 36, is 36. And 6 you have already got. So how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. These are the factors of 36. You don't need to go beyond 6. You don't have to divide by 7, 8, 9. No. When this is a perfect square, you find out the square root, which is 6. Then the factors, all the factors, you can find out by this multiplication method, by square pair, factor pair method. This is one factor pair, this is another factor pair, another factor pair, another factor pair. This is not a square root. Then, this is not a factor pair because 5 cannot be multiplied with any number to get 36. So 6 you have already found. This is a factor, and then all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then go upward 9, 12, 18, 36. These are factors of 36. So if you have a perfect square, you have to calculate the square root and then find out the numbers below that. So I'll stop here as far as the factors are concerned. And the other details about the highest common factor and common factor, that can be given in another lecture. So thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.